I haven't listened to this particular album before,
Or
much Cat Empire at all, to be fair.
mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing to me. Hello, my dears. Hero here. I'm joined today by a very special guest. This is my friend Maeve. The crowd goes wild. You may recognize Maeve from a previous video on the channel, my Spotify Wrapped 2021. I did a live react thing to my Spotify Wrapped.
I publicly shamed Hero on the internet, and it will now last forever.
Rip. You can't pause. So I'm gonna have to restart that a couple times. That's annoying. I'm so sorry for not realizing that you can hold the screen to pause like Instagram. It's I have an Instagram. I don't use my Instagram, but that's no excuse.
I am here because I brought it to Hero's attention.
After I tell people to dislike the video in that one.
To keep the reputation for the dislike button going.
Exactly.
Keep the dislike button going.
I got a text from my brother after I posted that video. It was of him disliking the video. I'm no longer sorry. Dislike this video. I don't care about modern technology. Get mad. There's a couple there, and I know one of them is his.
I did not dislike it. I think I liked it. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I pride myself in being Hero's biggest fangirl.
Thank you. I'm your biggest fan. Them. So today, the reason Maeve is joining me for the latest installment of our Cat Empithon is...
I haven't listened to this particular album before.
Or
much Cat Empire at all, to be fair.
Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing to me. Maeve has heard a select few tracks from the ones that end up on our playlists that play at parties, so that's a lot of Stolen Diamonds songs. But as a lot of us know, within the Cat Empire community at least, this album that we're listening to today, Steal the Light, is one of the most beloved albums.
Ooh, oh, wow. I feel honored. This is
yeah,
exciting.
I was like, oh, you haven't heard a full Cat Empire album? I might as well show you one of the best ones. So I've been wanting to include Maeve in this series for a while to have one of those newcomer, here's band for the first time experiences, and I thought Steal the Light was the perfect time to do that. For being the sixth album the band ever released, it is, according to them, the first time they were ever fully happy with an album of theirs.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So
wow.
The fans love it, the band love it. I think that hypes it up pretty well. I do not want to spend too long on the intro so we can listen to the music, but there is one more thing that I'd love to discuss with you before we get into it. And that's just this album art here.
Hell yeah. Okay. This is my area.
Yeah.
You go ahead and start it off.
Well, I was gonna kind of give some background context of it.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and read that, and while I'm doing that, take it in, and yeah, then I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I mention that I'm a graphic designer? I study graphic design.
2013 to 2015. Steal the Light artwork in review. This is a post from 2021, so
Last year.
yeah, we're in 22 now.
Yeah.
Whew. This reads, as reported in band news at the time of the release of Steal the Light, the artwork for the Cat Empire's fifth studio album, Steal the Light, conceived and created by award-winning Australian author and illustrator, I'm probably going to mess up the name, Graham Bass.
Oh, yeah, Graham.
Graham.
From now on, I'll just say Bass.
Based.
This based author, famed for his children's book, including classics Animalia, The 11th Hour, and The Waterhole. So I haven't heard of any of these, but I'm assuming it's pretty famous in Australia. On the conception of the artwork, Bass reminisces, when I was studying graphic design, a fellow graphic designer, as a kid, I was just as passionate about music as art, and always hoped I'd either be a full-time musician or get a job designing record covers. But then I started doing children's book, one called Animalia Gangbusters, and life just rolled in another direction. But last year, the call finally came. The collaboration between Bass and the Cat Empire came about after a band discussion on art direction. They agreed they wanted something jungle-inspired, with lots of texture and color. Harry, who's the main trumpet player and one of the two lead vocalists, suggested Bass's book, Animalia, as a visual reference, which led up to the band saying, why don't we just call him up and see if he will do it? After a quick Google search and email exchange, it turned out Graham and his family were huge fans of the band. I sat down in the studio with the guys from the Cat Empire and listened to some tracks. We spoke about jungles and ancient civilizations and impossibly impractical instruments, and I tried to keep the grin off my face. After much coercing from Bass, the band agreed to lift the 12-year-old band on using cat references, and Bass ran with it, bringing felines into every aspect of the art.
Yeah.
The piece shows a band of cats emerging from a lush Mayan jungle, heavily decked out in elaborate Aztec, Inca, Mayan-inspired outfits. Initially, we take them for warriors. They look pretty fearsome, but closer inspection shows them to be carrying fantastical, weirdly shaped musical instruments. They're off to a gig. And that's the little article. And so yeah, that's the little story behind the artist who made this album artwork. And yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff.
Very exciting stuff. With the context of him being like a children's book illustrator, that it makes a lot of sense, because it definitely has that kind of like, I feel like I would find this album cover as a children's book cover somewhere, but not in like a kidsy way, like a...
It gives me like Where the Wild Things Are energy.
Exactly. Definitely. And yeah.
And yeah. Graphic design professional.
The typeface, I don't know.
Speaking of the font on it, it's very simple.
Yeah, it's definitely like not the central focus. I feel like the central focus is definitely the Cat Empire logo on like the
little jewel crown thing.
Yeah.
Especially with the light effect they have on it. Mm-hmm. It's almost reflecting on the little tuba as well. It's more than a tuba. It's like
the tuba, harp, drum.
That's like something ripped out of sci-fi right there.
Record player.
The little microphone.
With a microphone. That's sick.
I like that. It incorporates a lot of the pieces. You'll see all of those things.
You know, like the band.
Or you'll hear all of these things sonically. This like one instrument. I guess you could imagine this cat like playing this instrument as you're listening to the album, in theory.
You know the band in Star Wars during the what is it? The canteen.
Well, there's the Cantina band, but there's also the Jabba the Hutt band, which has a lot of weirdos in it. And
yeah,
I get that.
I feel like
too.
you would see that in Star Wars.
Totally.
Also a little bit Indiana Jonesy, but I think that's just because of the Mayan like jungle temple sort of thing going on.
Overall, despite it having that children's book aesthetic, it is very grand and epic. The connection to films, I think, is not like misplaced.
Give me like 3 hours to look at this and I'll have 3 hours of things to say about it.
Word.
For sure.
Leave it in my comment sections. And you can tell us what you think of this album's artwork and the album in general in the comments below. Interaction, yeah. So
call to action.
Call to action. Check. Why don't we listen to some music, shall we?
Let's go.
So, Steal the Light, sixth studio... Wait, I always forget how to count. Sixth studio album by the... yeah, six. It's the sixth studio album by the Cat Empire, released in 2013.
I wasn't born yet.
That's false. That is false. And we're starting at track 1, of course, titled Brighter Than Gold. Let me know if it's too loud. It's good for me.
It's good for me.
4 steps in the morning, 2 steps in the day, 3 steps in the evening, and the darkness is ablaze, and all the angels, seats, and soldiers
This is a headphone album. I forgot that how rich it was in the texturing with that horn in the back. That was
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
blood. And what a piece of work is man who screams the name of love, but all his brothers, cousins, sisters, and others hear his fuzz. All night awake in the moonlight, I'm with you. In the moonlight, I'm with you, brighter than gold.
Ooh. It's a fake out. It's a fake out before the epic instrument. Just you wait.
Well, they kind of start it with like a flourish, which is matches the album cover.
Yeah. It feels like these.
Exactly. It feels like they're emerging.
Yeah. I was like ready for it the first time. I'm like, oh, it's the fake out. That's why.
The beat dropped.
I also love that vocal sample.
I really like that too. That's really nice.
In the west, southbound with a beat and all the lines. Rides and preachers come down into the street. All night awake in the moonlight, I'm with you and
Quite an opener, huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, that immediately I'm like, why haven't I listened to more Cat Empire already?
Yeah, this is the album with a lot of the hits, and you'll quickly know why.
Yeah.
There's a really cool music video for this one too on the YouTubes. So highly recommend checking that out if you haven't.
Plugging Cat Empire right now. I mean,
Oh,
that's kind of what you're doing with
That's
this entire
what this
series.
entire series is. If they get mad at me, I'll be mad. I love you guys. But anywho.
Well, that was a pretty epic start. I'm very excited. That definitely gets you hype right away.
Sets the mood.
Oh, yeah.
I think we both mentioned like the trumpet, really, well, the whole horn section.
Yeah, that
Lots
little,
of power.
like, vocal thing that was cut up a little bit.
Yeah, the vocal sample was really
Yeah.
great. The Cat Empire has always had this guy, his name is DJ Jumps. And before, like, in their earlier music, it's more like 90s dub type of music where there's a lot of record scratching. And that's, like, what he brings to the band is kind of remixing. But there wasn't, like, a lot of vocal stuff that he worked with.
So he's in there, like...
Yeah, exactly.
With his little cat paw.
Yeah, with his cat paws on.
DJ Pounce.
That's a good one. In this album, he started doing more vocal sampling, and then it becomes a very prominent feature of their music going forward.
Oh,
as you know from like songs you've heard from Stolen Diamonds is the other one. You'd probably know most of the songs at this point from that album.
Probably.
So I'd go there next for if you're like jazzed to listen to more. I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
that pretty much in general for anyone. It's a good follow-up to Steal the Light. We're going to move on to track 2 now. Prophets in the Sky. You hear that little like record like yeah, so you get a lot of that from the DJ as well.
Got it.
You saw them dancing in the sun, but listen to your corazón. Can you believe you're always on your own? You're like a song without a singer. All you tricksters and hipsters and prophets in the sky, can you imagine a love like that? A love like that. A love like that. A love like that. A love like, oh.
So you've now heard both of the band's singers. The first one with the guy with the deeper voice, that's Felix, and then this is Harry.
Okay.
And that was the one who had a little blurb in the article before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The arches of some ancient street between the shadow and the light. I know that pair of eyes, and with the summer comes the madness. All your faces in the night.
Do you hear the little like whistle in the way
I
back?
do. I really like that.
It's like, it's such a small detail, but it's so good. Because at this point, I feel like we'd be like a little bored of the song, because it's kind of the samey, but like it
they
starts
add-
adding
yeah.
little textures.
Yeah.
And that's Prophets in the Sky.
Have you ever seen them live?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I feel like this would be such a fun band.
Let's see. Did they play any song? I know there's a couple of Steal the Light song that they played. I kept track of what songs they played when I went.
You dork.
Yep. I wanted to remember that night forever.
You've only seen them once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They come to the US, like, or North America more accurately, because I saw them in Montreal. They come to North America like every 3 years, which is about how regularly they release albums.
I see. Okay. Wait, I thought you said they were from Canada.
Australia.
Oh,
I have other bands I like from Canada, and am part
Australia.
Canadian.
No, that makes sense, because I was like, why would they only come to North America? It's if they're...
If they're here. Yeah, no, lots more.
Alright, drop an album and dip.
A lot of Europe tours for sure. But yeah, I got to catch them for their Stolen Diamonds tour. And that's where I got this sweater. Wow, what a great segue.
Wow.
Let's see, they had the next song we're about to listen to, they had Brighter Than Gold, the intro track.
Ah,
They also had the one we're about to listen to.
okay.
Track number 3, Steal the Light, the title track.
Ah. Oh boy.
This one has a little more of a build than the other ones.
I like a good build.
Me too. Back to Felix on the microphone.
Snakes up in her hair tonight. And love, we've been around before. We washed up on the old shore, but it's new tonight.
Y'all should also check out the music video for this one.
I'll have to see the music videos.
We'll steal a light to see. The hour falls before the dance, the sirens and the
Drum there was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to say that about the last song. I like the hi-hat in Prophets in the Sky, the like rhythm
Yeah.
they were doing.
Yeah.
It was really satisfying.
We'll steal a light to see. What if I'm lonely? What if the sky should fall and disappear for one night only? So if I may, what if I say it's good to have you here?
It's good to have you here, Maeve.
It's good to be here, hero.
If you lead, I'll come along.
Here, hero.
It's good to have all you here. Shout out to this awesome band.
And all that glows and all that shines and all we leave behind will keep 'em warm tonight.
I love that one. That one was great. They've all been great so far, though.
And I like how this one is different from the first two because it's so emotional. This one just makes me feel all kinds of ways.
I was gonna say, yeah, it like as it goes into like the hook or the chorus,
like
it
when
kind
that
of has this,
trumpet
like-
first comes in, that
yeah.
"Da-na," Da-na,
Yeah.
It's super satisfying.
Yeah, it's kind of like emotionally how I would describe it, like reverent. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Very celebratory.
It is. Absolutely, I agree.
I'm glad you liked it.
Wouldn't it suck if there was a song that came up and I was like, I hated that.
Well, be honest. You should.
I will be honest, but I've been honest.
I know you have.
I've been honest.
I have one, maybe, but they're all pretty great.
One that you don't like?
That
Or
you
like less?
predict like you might not like it as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
We'll see. Yeah,
I won't
don't tell me
even-
which one
I won't
it is.
even allude,
'cause-
yeah. Even when we get to it. Track 4, Am I Wrong?
Oh.
All they tell me is home, all they tell me is lies. I can't
This one has both singers featured. Felix on the verses, as you can see, and Harry will kick in for the chorus.
As I can see with my ears.
As
thoughts are alive. I would follow you there through these thoughts to am I wrong? Love it's easy. It's been so long.
I will not sing along to this one.
No kidding.
If a thought was a bomb,
He pops off.
by desire, we could light up these halls, we could dance to the fire. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, but I need you to cry, or I need you to do something magic like sing as if fall into life, or I need you to fall and to fly. Am I wrong? Love it's easy. It's been so long, but I wanna believe you. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah. I noticed, especially with this song, I feel like there's like a kind of like journey quality. Like it kind of feels like you're on a journey.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Do you hear that? I don't
No.
know. It just feels like traveling.
Oh, like you're literally on a journey. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Word. I kind of get that, yeah. I mean, I definitely have that association for how many times I've listened to this in the car.
I was gonna
as well.
say good road trip music. I don't know why, but I'm like imagining myself driving through like Ohio where it's really flat and
Well,
this is actually giving
we're
it
a couple
some-
of the places where you love to like scream along to your favorite songs.
Yeah.
Like this is the perfect
Yeah.
song to like scream along and also drown yourself out. Like
Exactly. Like you're driving through someplace really boring and you need some interesting music to listen to.
Yeah. And also I think the way the music is constructed as well, it takes you on a journey.
Exactly.
This one was a little more straightforward, which isn't a problem at all. But I noticed in the last track, Steal the Light, how not only did it build on top of itself, I kind of forgot about this, but at the end of the song, it also starts peeling the layers as well as it's closing out.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
so yeah, I definitely think they take you on journeys in that sense as well, as they know how to compose their music. It's like having, with so many things in their band, they can orchestrate it the similar way orchestras do whole pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. I'm tired after that one.
Oh, yeah.
Next up. This is track 5, Wild Animals. Honestly, yeah, I'm thinking about like being in the car a lot with this album.
You beat on the rock, you can hear the world ring. You wake up in the morning, you don't feel a thing. Shadows gathering over your head, and it's just like the preacher man said. You're a man, you're a woman, you're not some machine. Why do you always stare at the screen? Why do you always bow your head down? I know you used to be proud when you were free. Born, you're 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 free. Don't let them
Like, I think about, like, what are the first Cat Empire songs I would want to show, like, my children? I feel like hearing this song as a kid, like, in my formative years, would just be really nice.
Yeah.
This one's just a nice song. Very, like, self-empowering to let them kill the
Definitely.
wild animals.
Don't let them kill the
I think I'm just gonna let it play into the next song, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, go for it.
You liking this one, though?
I do. I like the vocal sampling in this one a lot.
Yeah. Ooh, the keyboard and the, like, scratch disc were kind of matching each other. That was nice. So this is another, this was played at the concert as well that I went to. This is called Still Young,
Oh,
track
boy.
6.
First I saw you
It's another, it brings back up that, not that we, like, really plateaued, but the energy definitely went into more of, like, a nice groove. This one picks it right back up again, like we
Definitely.
started with.
like soldiers in a line. Heard the bells of midnight chime. We turned gray walls to fields of green. The only faith that we could stream was while you're still young. Find your heart and find your song. Now where have you gone? There's a dream that haunts my nights of wild black horses out in flight. Kind of
It's going really good.
Yeah.
a kind of beast I'd never seen.
I have a vivid memory of screaming to this song with Kyla, Belly, and Zoe in the car once. It
Aw.
was like all 4 of us driving to something, and like this song came on, and we just cranked it and started just like screaming to it.
Still young, find your heart and find your song. Now where have you gone? No matter where you're going and no matter where you've been, you never needed anybody else's call now. Well, I never met a one like you. Never met a one like you. Never met a one like you. Don't bring me down.
This is also a great vocal sample.
Basta, te cuentos, es tiempo de lo nuestro. Basta, te cuentos, es tiempo de lo nuestro. Tengo tu alma bien metida dentro. While you're still young, find your heart and find your song. While you're still young, find your heart and find your song. Now where have you gone?
This is the part you scream in the car. Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Boom. Yeah, highlight of the album for sure. A highlight. I mean, the whole album's great, but
Whole album.
I mean, greats among greats. You know, you gotta still acknowledge them. Still young. Ugh.
You know, actually, I hated that song.
Wow. Get out.
Okay.
Unsubscribe from my channel and get out.
Okay.
That is how seriously I take the.
No, that song was great.
A fun story about the concert I went to. This was their last song pre-encore.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. That makes so much sense.
When they left the stage, us in the crowd went for like what felt like 2 or 3 minutes, just continuing the oh, in an attempt to get the encore to happen, and didn't stop until like, they came back on stage.
Oh. Oh, that's awesome.
It was really dope. It was really fun. It was just like the energy was so high. Like probably could have kept going forever. It was awesome. The concerts in Montreal go hard. I'll say that. They even said, like, when they came on, like, yeah, y'all are always, like, so jazzed. Yeah.
Canadians party hard.
Yeah, for real. They love their concerts. They love moshing to the Cat Empire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I moshed to the Cat Empire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
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 Like a Drum is the next song, track 7. Track 7.
Okay. Oh.
Like a Drum.
Do you think there'll be drums in this song?
I know my way, know my star. Marina Messiah. No one fears who we are.
The drums are pretty okay in this song. No, they're using the hi-hat a lot like they did in Prophets in the Sky, and I really like that. I've listened to this band so many times, obviously, and every time I kind of pick out a new thing. And in this series, my most recent listen through of the band, I've really been enjoying the drummer a lot. Definitely been appreciating him a lot more than I have in the past.
I was waiting for the horny song to come on.
It is a very sexy song. I will say that.
I almost said it earlier. I'm like, all right, every like jam adjacent band has a horny song.
Yeah, this is a good...
10 out of 10 horny song.
Honestly, throw this one on your sex playlist. You won't be disappointed. I will not confirm or deny if I have it on any of mine. It's also, fun fact, I think it's a lie because I think there's Spanish on Cities, but they don't like to count that one as one of their albums. But this is the first time they've used like Spanish in one of their albums.
Oh wow.
Or maybe they
You said
used
this
other
is their
languages in
6th
it.
album?
Yes. And they have a couple more songs with some good Spanish vocals. Since they're so well loved around the world, their idea was they wanted to cater to their Spanish-speaking audience by having lyrics for them.
Usually when I sing something in Spanish, it's not because I speak Spanish, because I don't. It's because I sing something that I don't want to be in English, and I sort of make up sounds. It's a sort of gibberish with sort of shapes of valves and melodies that I kind of like, and then I call up our friend on Skype and say, oh, does this sound like anything in Spanish? And then they usually sort of decipher it, and then that becomes a song, and then I learn it badly, and that's how it happens.
That's sick.
That's how he's done every like song with Spanish since then. Makes sense because there's a lot of repeated vowels in Spanish. Like it's a really great song or language for music rather. Epilogue.
Oh my gosh. They fake you out right there.
You thought the song was over. Oh, I'd never noticed that before.
really?
Yeah, the headphones really brings that out. That sounded like some sort of like snip from like an interview like with a politician or
it
something.
did.
And it had like that very like proper tone.
Yeah. Very manipulative tone.
Interesting. That was fun. Fun little vocal sample there. Lots of fun little vocal samples in that one actually.
Yeah. The politician voice sample at the end though kind of makes it unhorny.
I was horny until the very end. And that's why the song's perfect for edging. Okay.
What happened to the teen rating of Heroes channel?
Yeah, it's solidly crossed into M here.
Okay, let's make out.
No, not on camera.
Okay, after.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey. Nice horny song. Gotta love the Spanish in it.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts? Word. No thoughts.
No thoughts.
Only drum.
Only drum.
Track 8.
Uh-huh.
Open Up Your Face.
Oh. Oh.
This song is also a little sexy,
I was
but
gonna say, this sound, just from the title, it sounds a little...
but mostly sad.
Horny sad is,
It's totally a vibe. And yeah, it could probably be the description of this
song. Horny sad is good to
song.
follow, like, the explicitly horny song, because then you get, like, your post-nut clarity or post-nut depression, in this case, maybe.
Oh my god, wait. If
The
the
post-nut
last
depression song.
if the last song was sex, then this one's the post-nut clarity.
Like a flower that
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, it really is.
Kinda like
turns to the rain.
you're making me see this album in a whole nother way.
Isn't that the point?
Yeah.
Hearing it through fresh ears, not
Exactly.
seeing it through fresh eyes.
Seeing
Can't
it-
make the same mistake that you did
yeah,
earlier.
good catch, good catch. Here's the sexy.
Open up your face
Ah.
and move without a trace. You move without a trace. And the water's fine as we drift away. And I'll know you want me. I want you. You want me. I want you. You want me. I want you. When it's calling down, tropical rain. All the neighbors running out on the street again, like the priest who kneels before his Mary in the gloom. Open up your face.
Is that like a wood block in the background? That like it's like clucking, but it's like a wood block.
Ah.
Without a trace,
Uh-huh.
It's like a little punctuation.
I want you.
I'm just gonna let it play into the next song, honestly. I think if we keep thinking of our little narrative here, the next one's also kind of funny. Track 9 is titled Go. It's that get the f out moment.
Yeah, it's like, oh god.
Oh no! Where's my pants?
Now
Smash and dash song.
Smash and this is Go, aka Smash and Dash.
all around the garden, shoots of green. All around the world are human beings. They're crying out, living in a dream. Some of them are nightmares, some of them sweet. Every now and then someone starts to sing.
I like the vocals in this one too.
Mm.
You're just standing there.
Oh, did you hear the little do 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 do?
Omnipresent phone.
I like the do 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 do's.
I love me too.
Man, you've got to let it go.
The piano is like so far back in the mix, but doing a lot.
It definitely is. I was gonna say something similar.
This man's like playing.
I was like, was that piano?
He's like, yeah, he's just like playing his heart out, and it's like just like texture to the song. It's not the main thing.
Yeah.
Not your friend, and $1 million is not how this story.
In other albums, he definitely gets more like spotlight. And this one, he seems to be more of a piece of the band than anything, not like the headline.
Yeah, I feel like piano doesn't often play that role.
Hmm.
Standing, staring at some message.
Ooh. I like how it's jumping to both sides of the headphones too.
There's gonna be
You can tell it's like his left and right hand.
Yeah.
gonna be a red moon in the sky. People never do what they've been told. You're gonna have to hold your loved ones to you through the night.
This song definitely takes you on a journey.
Definitely.
Dance the night away. She looks into your eyes, and are you standing there just
And that's some message.
on your omnipresent phone? You're so goddamn materialistic. Man, you've got to let it, got to let it, got to let it go.
Ooh. I wish we got more of that bongo.
Mm-hmm.
That's Felix who does that. So Harry, when he's not singing, does horn, and Felix, when he's not singing, is on the bongos.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'll pause again. Have 3 songs left.
Oh my
Doing well.
goodness.
But yeah.
Speed running this album.
Now we are speedrunning, yeah. But yeah, Open Up Your Face into Go, I think are a good kind of switch into the third act. Like if you
Definitely.
if you think about a movie, like there's the point where the guy's all sad, he lost his girl because of some misunderstanding that's mostly contrived. And that's like what like Open Up Your Face represents. And then Go is that Hail Mary moment where he's like, "But I got nothing else to lose. I'm gonna beat the bad guy and get the girl back even though I got nothing to go off of."
Yeah.
Go.
Ha.
So yeah, I like the placement of those tracks in the album. This album's incredibly well sequenced as well.
I definitely agree with that. It does. The entire album plays out like a journey, a little bit.
It's not just the individual songs.
We got a narrative going on here.
a whole story. So different albums have different themes, and so if we were to like put one for Steal the Light, we've got a good sense now, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, it feels like a celebration to me of like the band itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the songs are, the subject matter is like how they love playing shows or like still young, enjoy your youth.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time finding the words I want to say.
I feel like I'm right in that same spot of like not really knowing exactly what the words are, but you're picking up on like the main themes, I feel like.
Thank you.
Good little film student.
Thank you. I'm listening to music. I also have some.
Filming yourself listening to music.
There we go. Yeah. I have some musical background. I guess being true to yourself. Like it's like a hype album.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like,
feel like it's a little bit like coming of age, but for like the band,
yeah, definitely.
that's what it sounds like.
Because after this album, there's like 3 albums before the band's like calls their disbandment, and they kind of create like a nice little trilogy. Yeah, you can kind of consider them with like this kind of being the first of them.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of marks a start of like a new era for the band.
Mm.
I would say this is kind of almost a more poppy direction. Not even that it's like pop music necessarily, but it's a lot more accessible, I would say, to new listeners than their old stuff. So yeah, they're popping off. They're popping off with this
They're
one.
popping
It's a
up.
pop off album. Moving on to track 10, Sleep Won't Sleep.
Cowbell.
More cowbell. You also got like that nice like I don't know what you call that thing, but it's a scratchy surface and you like run a stick along it and it makes that sound.
Not like the frog things, but the similar to that. I know what you're talking about.
It was like part of every kid's elementary musical class with like tambourines, that thing.
Yeah.
That cowbell is prominent.
Purple flowers grow where they've been.
all night on the other side? I'll be with you on the other side.
Endlessly come and dance with me. In the dark I see a moment of you. Only you.
Oh, here's that keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Got more of a grand piano sound on this one. He definitely is playing a keyboard though. Well, maybe not for the recording. Maybe for the recording it's a real piano.
You're telling me they don't bring a grand piano on stage
Yeah.
for this album?
Yeah, just for this song.
Yeah, but just like
And then they push it off as soon as the song.
as the song's ending, they're pushing it off.
He has like a 2-layer keyboard type thing going on.
Oh, fancy.
Also like the little like whistle in the background.
Yeah.
It's not the first time they've used whistles in their music either. I'm the whistle player. Now picture this is just a bunch of cats.
Has Lammy had her Cat Empire cameo yet?
No. Next video though? Maybe.
Put some headphones on her. Oh, she'd hate that.
She would. She would not do that. She might sit on my lap for a video if I recorded it literally in the Lazy Boy. She loves sitting on my lap in that thing.
She's become a lap cat.
It's really cute. I love it. Hello, my dears. Hero and Lamb Chop here. You have any thoughts on that one?
I like the slapping at the end there.
Yeah. Track 11, Don't Throw Your Hands Up. Ooh, I should learn to play this song. That's the bells in the background, which is what I have in that smaller case down there.
Oh.
Keep on running, where are you going? I'll tell you something I think's worth.
Ooh, the bass in this one is nice.
Oh yeah.
It's really fat.
Fat bass.
Fat bass.
Got the fat bass going.
Don't throw your hands up, only to cry.
Don't throw. Don't throw. Don't throw your hands up.
Only to cry. Don't throw.
For some reason they don't play this one at shows often. I don't get it.
Huh.
When the band tells you to not
Like,
put your hands up at the
Close
concert.
down. Don't.
Don't! Astroworld ain't got nothing on the Cat Empire.
You need to leave.
Yikes.
Yeesh.
Sheesh indeed.
Mountains, the perilous sea.
That whole thing was a big sheesh though.
Don't throw your hands up, only to cry.
I will say, now that we're about halfway through the track, this is the one I predicted you would like less.
Still jamming.
You still jamming? Cool.
I don't necessarily like it less. It's not one of the highlights for me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, for me, I think since I've heard the album a lot, sometimes it's just like a perfectly fine song, like probably how you're hearing it now, like, yeah, it's still vibing. And then other times it's a skip one.
Why not live life a little bit hard?
it makes sense. I can see that.
You sons don't mind the sins of your fathers.
You need to get a
Sounds like Harry's getting
Dunkin'
religious
Donuts
in that.
sponsorship.
Huh? That Dunk sponsorship?
Don't throw your hands up, only to cry. Don't throw your hands up, only to cry.
How refreshing. I love me a cup of Dunkin' Donuts.
It definitely doesn't taste like river water today.
I've had better, yeah. I mean, it's great.
Shut up.
It's delicious.
I do like the tinkly little.
I could do that.
You could tinkle a little bit.
I could tinkle a little. Wait. There's that bass again.
fat bass with a little bit of tinkle on top.
Sexy. On to the last song, All Night Loud.
Oh boy.
Track 12.
Ever since I was 16, I wish that spring would come to me, and I wish that I could dance upon the aisles. It's somewhere in my treasure chest, is not forgot what must forget, but that's a feeling for another
The
year.
song also gets me feeling kinds of ways.
Movement has a way
it's a good one.
you're there before the rhyme is heard, and all that one can do is shape the ride. Playing all night loud, playing all
Still probably their best closing track
sing it all night.
because of the like emotional closing note it has.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it's a good emotional conclusion to the album.
We went on a whirlwind trip, the nights unwound, the records flipped, and stillness came like chaos in the lights. And voices like devotion flew across the sea from me to you in music that I still cannot describe. And there are ugly times, it's true, some from me and some from you, and devils have a way of digging down. But a friend is not a friend for life unless your life is worth the strife, so hold on, we'll be alright. Playing all night loud, playing all night loud, sing it all night with me.
Oh, I love his voice.
Yeah. Really excellent vocalists.
They both have completely different ranges, but so good, each of them, for sure.
He who sheds his sweat with me will be my friend eternally, from this day to the ending of the world. Be all
Got a very jungle sounding beat in the back.
Yeah.
me, at least somehow mysteriously. So thank you, my dear friends, and that's good night. I'm much obliged. I'm much obliged. So thank you, my dear friends, and that's good night.
Yeah, and that was Steal the Light by Cat Empire.
That was great. That was awesome. I'm so excited to add some of that music to my own playlist.
Exciting. So yeah, I'm obviously a super fan of the band, which you know by being friends with me.
Yes.
And so we can also take these off if we'd like. So I definitely was hyping this up for a bit. Did it live up to expectations? Were there things that surprised you that you weren't expecting coming in?
I think it exceeded my expectations a little bit. I think it did. I liked it more than I thought I would, even though
I think from the first track, when I saw like your face light up, I was like, okay, we're in for a good time.
Maeve's gonna be sitting here miserable the entire time.
Yeah, if like you weren't into Brighter Than Gold, we might have been in trouble.
Cat Empithon episode gone wrong. I think it was themed a little bit more than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting just kind of like jammies,
Yeah.
but it was really cohesive in a way that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I think what makes this one of the most beloved albums within the band, you've heard more from Stolen Diamonds, and that one's deliberately more of a lot of, it's singles based, so it probably more what you were expecting with the little bit you'd heard before. It's
Yeah,
just like they kind of
exactly.
come on, jam for a bit, and then step away. So, yeah, I've always enjoyed listening to their albums specifically, and so
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to have that experience as well. Yeah, for me, this album isn't necessarily my favorite because I just have my preferences for some of the other albums, but I know this is a lot of people's favorite, and it's definitely up there. I've been ranking these as I've been going, and I mean, there's no other place that I could put it than an S tier. This album is just absolutely perfection for the band. They love it. Everyone else loves it. It kind of defines the second era of the band, I would say. Like, they have a bunch of great music before, as you know from tuning into this series. But this really starts their kind of, for lack of a better word, but actually maybe it's perfect here. It kind of begins the climax of the band's career. Get it? It's because it's sexy. The album's sexy. That's also just this album sonically is just very dancey, but in that kind of like hot way.
Yeah.
Makes
Like
you want to move your body.
Go into like a kind of a dance bar.
Yeah, I would love to pop into a bar and have the Cat Empire playing. Maybe in Australia.
Yeah. All right, time to go down under.
Yep, I want to someday. That'd be awesome. Let us know what you think of this album below. What are some of your favorite tracks from Cat Empire? I guess we can close with that, actually. A couple of our favorites from the listen through.
Yeah. I really liked Prophets in the Sky.
That's a really good one. Steal the Lights. Incredible.
Like the first 4, I feel like might have been my favorite.
Yeah, the start of the album's really great. The first 4.
Starts off super strong.
Still Young as well. I would put Still Young as one of my favorites.
I really liked the last one too.
Yeah, All Night Loud is a good.
I think they did a great job with that one.
Yeah. With that, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for next time when I listen to Rising with the Sun, the 7th studio album by the band, potentially with a cat in my lap. And thank you for watching.
In the middle of the night.
Lameo cameo.